Hey, what's up guys? I figured I'd make this really short video as a total FAQ, sort of like, instead of an FAQ page, like an FAQ video for all things Bluechew, because I've been using them for years and I've pretty much used every aspect of the service and I can really give you a clear idea of what to expect. There's also a link below that you can use. It's the same link that I used originally when I first wanted to try out their service, and you get 6 tablets for free using that link. You just sign up using that link and you'll get, I think you'll pay like $6 for shipping, that's it. And then you can literally cancel your subscription right after that or continue. I tested the canceling as well, and they really give you no hassle. You can literally get your free sample, then cancel and say goodbye to Bluechew forever. So even if you're not gonna use them, may as well use the code to get your free 6 tablets. Now, here's the deal. Let me start with what Bluechew really is. So Bluechew really is an online telehealth service that allows you to get, different kinds of medication. Most of them pertain to ED or erectile dysfunction, delivered right to your door. All you do is you have an online consultation with a medical professional. They ask you a few questions, and that's pretty much it. And once you're approved, you pretty much get your medication delivered right to your door in pretty discreet packaging. No one's gonna know what it is. It could be, could be a birthday card for all they know. And then once you actually get the actual packaging, I voided out my name just for privacy's sake, you stalkers out there. But basically, it'll show right there. This will be inside the discreet package, of course. It'll show you what your actual prescription is, and then inside that packet are a bunch of actual chewable tablets, whether you get sildenafil or tadalafil, or whatever else they offer. I, for the most part, have always chosen sildenafil. Now, here's the thing. Now, this is an FAQ, right? So here's a couple of, I'm gonna go through a bunch of questions for Bluechew and sort of like ask them and then answer them. So are they legit? They're 100% legit. In fact, they're kind of the first service that really sprouted out of this type. And I've tried Hims, I've tried other names that you sure have heard out there, but there's a lot of reasons I won't trust them even after trying them out. And I'm gonna get to that later in the video, because believe me, those other services, they're scammy, and I'll get to that in a second. So I've always chosen sildenafil. Like I said before, Bluechew is legit. They're even legit in their advertising. They will cancel 100%. There's no hassle for canceling. If you want to cancel after your free trial, which is the 6 tablets, like I said, and they really do deliver what they're telling you they deliver. Now, I've tried other medications. Sildenafil always works best for me. But basically, sildenafil is, the whole thing about Bluechew, right, is they're chewable tablets. So they're easily, entering into the bloodstream. They hit your system even than a regular Viagra pill, because quite frankly, your body has to digest that entirely. This, you chew and bada bing, it works the magic. I've had the magic kick in as early as 11 to 15 minutes. That is on an empty stomach. If you eat food, okay, part of the question is, if you eat food, will it stop the thing from working? No, it will not stop sildenafil or any other ED medication from working. But if you have a big meal before you take the tablet, it will really slow down the process of it kicking into your system. And the fattier the food you eat, the longer it'll take. In fact, I'll share a personal story. I ended up wanting to use this stuff, for an occasion. And I had fast food earlier that day on the same date, okay? Not a good idea, because then I took this bad boy expecting it to take the typical 20 to 30 minutes to kick in. Again, I said it's kicked in fast as 11 minutes, averaging 15, but on average, if my stomach's not completely empty, even if I had like a light meal for that day, it's around 25 minutes. Max 30, right? But when you eat a meal, especially a large one, and a meal consisting of a lot of fat, like fast food, whew, it could take up to an hour and 15 minutes. I've even had it take up to an hour and a half, but that's been on a very rare occasion, and that's because I also had alcohol in my system as well. It's another question. Will this stuff work if you're consuming alcohol? Here's what I would say. Yes, it still will, but it'll absolutely slow down how long it takes. It'll slow down how long it takes to kick in. It'll slow down its efficacy. So in other words, what 50 milligrams or what 45 milligrams of sildenafil would do for me, I may need to double that if I drink. Does that make sense? So you have to be, you really don't want to, if you really want it to kick in fast and in full effective mode, you're not gonna wanna consume alcohol. You're also, another question that I get a lot is, does it increase your sex drive? 100% no. Sildenafil or any other ED medication, all it does, it's called a PDE5 inhibitor, which all it does is it basically inhibits things from stopping blood flow and erections when they're fully erect. Erections are basically just the science of blood flow. When you have blood flow flowing well to that area, bam, you get, a full-blown erection. However, this does not make you want sex any more or any less. It's not going to do anything to your sex drive. It's only going to enable you to perform when the time comes. You'll still need, obviously some sort of arousal to even be able to perform sex. This is just going to assure that you have blood flow to get and maintain a full erection so you can successfully and effectively have sex. Another question I get is, what's better? Is sildenafil better than tadalafil? Is it that better than, what's the other one, vardenafil? Honestly, I've tried them all. Sildenafil is what works for me. A lot of people like tadalafil because you take it every day, whereas with sildenafil, you have to take it on the occasion, right? And depending on, your own body chemistry, if you take it for the evening, it might last into the morning. Sometimes if you have a fast metabolism or have a lot of food or alcohol the night when you use sildenafil, the next morning it's gone. Sometimes if you don't have alcohol, you don't eat heavy the night when you use sildenafil the next morning, you're still ready for a second, a round 2 in the AM, bada bing. But the thing is, tadalafil you take every day, and so you're kind of, you're just taking tadalafil every day. You're always ready to have an erection. It didn't seem to work for me. A lot of people swear by it. I personally stuck to sildenafil, was my tried and true. So ultimately, this is really just gonna come down to personal body chemistry and preference and just experimentation. Another question I get is, does it begin to lose its efficacy, or do you begin to get a tolerance to sildenafil? I have to answer this question 50-50. I've heard a lot of people having to up their dose big time for it to have the same efficacy as effectiveness as it had when they first started taking sildenafil. I personally have not encountered that. I personally only up my dose again when I know I'm going to have a large meal that I can't evade or avoid, or if perhaps I'm going to consume alcohol. I get a lot of questions about also how has it changed your lifestyle? How has it actually improved your life? Well, as you can see from my finger, I am a married man, and quite frankly, it has changed my life profoundly because I don't have the psychological burden or worry about being ready to perform and provide what my wife needs and wants from me. And so it's a tremendous stress relief. And to be perfectly honest with you, this is probably the biggest tip I'm going to give you. Not everyone who claims to have ED has physiological ED. Some of them, they have psychological ED. I think I have a bit of, half and half. So psychological ED is, the problem is just between your ears, right? It's almost like, it's just all in your head, right? But you're mind over matter, right? Your mind kind of dominates your body. So even just sometimes I've taken the tablet and I have felt myself get, ready to perform even before it could have possibly kicked in. And I know it's placebo, okay? But even placebo, if placebo works, then it works, okay? And that gives me the confidence to be able to perform and engage with my wife in sexual activity. And that confidence makes me kind of want it more. And if I want it more and I come off confident, that's even more attractive to my wife as well. So it's really life-changing. It's really game-changing. Cost, it is what it is. Depending on the package you choose, it could be $20 a month and up. It depends on how much you need, how much you want. But ultimately, I find Bluechew to be more reasonably priced than a lot of the other telehealth services that have sprouted up. Now, here's the deal. I wanted to save this for the end of the video, but what about other companies out there? And I'm not going to name too many. I don't want to get like a lawsuit going, but here's the deal. Before I ever tried out Bluechew, I actually had, from a doctor, I had sildenafil prescribed to me. So I know the effectiveness of 50 milligrams of sildenafil, of 100 milligrams of sildenafil. I know what effect it has on my body, and I know how it works. And when I began ordering to test out other telehealth companies similar to Bluechew, and I was ordering 45 milligram or 100 milligram prescriptions, I would take it and I know it's cut with something. I can't prove it, nor will I even try to, right? But I know what 50 milligrams feels like, what it does, what effect it has, and a lot of them are, maybe they're skimming off the top. I don't know how they're doing it, but you're not getting the proper dose. Whereas with Bluechew, baby, when they say 45 milligrams, you're getting 45 milligrams. There's also something to be said for their customer service. I've had to change shipping rates. I've had to change my address. I've had to cancel orders last minute. I've had to pause orders. I've had to, change credit cards. You just get access to someone, a live customer person, almost immediately. It's like almost no wait time, super friendly, super knowledgeable. Any questions you have, if you need to up your dosage, if you need to ask questions about drug interactions, let's say you get prescribed something by your existing doctor and you want to know if what you're getting prescribed can be mixed with sildenafil, you ask your healthcare provider through the Bluechew, messaging, function or whatever, and they message you back, pretty much within the hour. I think I've ever waited longer than 20-25 minutes. And so they're just very responsive. They really do care about you as a customer and as a patient, because you're both to them. And I've had literally no problems. I've even had to ask for refunds because they've made mistakes on shipping, and it's no hassle, especially once you've been a long-time customer. All that being said, the advantage also that Bluechew has over all these other companies out there is that their tablets are chewable. They're portable. You can put them in your pocket, take them anywhere, pop them in your wallet. It's about the size of a condom wrapper or a condom package, and it's just, it's just ready. You don't even need a glass of water to take it down. The taste is another question I get a lot of questions on. It doesn't taste bad. It tastes almost like you're eating a little candy, like a sweet tart at first. But then there is like a, kind of a strong aftertaste. Like, okay, I know this is medicine. It's like putting peanut butter on your dog's medicine, right? They taste the peanut butter and afterwards are like, woof, you gave me something good for me. But other than that little bitter aftertaste, the taste is pretty easy to take down. It's nothing disgusting, nothing that's gonna make you vomit. And that's pretty much it. You should on average take this stuff 25 to 30 minutes before sex if it's on an empty stomach. If you're even on a remotely not empty stomach and it's your first time and you really wanna make sure, take it an hour, because it'll be effective in your system for about 2.5 to 3 hours minimum, sometimes longer. Any other questions, guys, you can drop them in the comment section below. Again, if you want to try Bluechew out for yourself and get 6 free tablets, try that, use that trial link down below, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.